What's going on, DSG? It's your boy Donald Bradley back at y'all another video. Today we've got Shigaraki versus Mahito, My Hero Academia versus Jujutsu Kaisen Death Battle. Boy, oh my lord, I remember when we seen this on the other thing and it was like, this is next. We was hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? Back a little while ago, I had been posting on my Twitter just different matchups between people, and I had put Mahito up against Edward Elric, and it was just more in the sense of being able to do abilities with your hands. But yeah, and I had talked about this fight with other people, but yeah, bro, this is awesome. Obviously, it's gonna be about who can get their hands on the other person first. Or what happens if they just give each other a crisp ass high five? You know what I'm saying? Just all kinds of shit could go wrong. But like it also started making me think about different characters that got like abilities, like when they touch something. Like versus instead of Edward from Full Metal, we could do Scar from Full Metal. You know what I'm saying? Like just whoever gets that one off. But we gonna see what's popping here. You know what I'm saying? My bet. Our initial bet, because you know we gotta do our initial bets, and then we will make another bet. We reserve the right to change our bet after we see the statistics and analysis, you know what I'm saying, right before the fight. But right now, I'm gonna go with Shigaraki. Shigaraki has got range. Mahito can't touch the street and have it travel to you, you know what I'm saying? Shigaraki got mad range, and I don't know what version of Shigaraki they're using, if it's just the touch thing or after he gets all these other abilities. So we gonna see what's popping. So be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, follow me on all that there social media. We in here without any further ado. In 3, 2, 1, click. Let's go.
Shigaraki versus Mahito.
Yo, I am so stoked for these like
the human
analytics.
Curse.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Tenko Shimura was just a sweet, shy boy who loved superheroes.
But sometimes the hand of fate can't abide sweet shy boys.
Ruthlessly beaten and abused by his hero-hating father, Tenko pushed beyond his emotional limits until he activated his inherent superpower, or quirk.
It wasn't something cool like flight or super strength. In his terror, he accidentally killed his whole family. Well, except for dear old dad. That one was intentional.
Tenko,
he said that was on a wholesale ass whooping purpose. Yo, I made a Shigaraki rap a while back that even though the mixing on it is not good, people actually really liked it for its substance and how it actually connected to Shigaraki. But yeah, daddy had to go, you know what I'm saying? Everything else was a traumatic experience.
wandered the streets alone, silently begging for someone, anyone, to help him. If only a hero was there to save him. But instead, the only open hand he found belonged to the devil.
All for one. The greatest supervillain in history.
He took Tenko under his wing, feeding a hatred of everyone and everything, and grooming him to one day lead his league of villains in destroying hero society.
With that came a new name.
Was raising a whole
Tomura
vessel.
Shigaraki, and an absolutely nightmarish.
Bro, on God, if you think about All For One, All For One's power and how he's trying to use Shigaraki, he a big ass Orochimaru for real. Let's go.
Decay. It does what it says on the tin. Anything Shiggy touches with all 5 fingers turns to dust. The perfect power for someone who just wants to destroy. Pretty menacing, if not for that dorky ass costume. I get it.
Applied through hands and feet, citywide range, disintegrates physical matter, disintegrates energy attacks, fear or reactive evolution. Okay,
hands are his thing, but come on, they just look so dumb and fake.
Oh, those aren't prosthetics. Those are real hands from his family that he killed.
Which really begs the question, like, I guess I didn't see the hands fall, because in the whole disintegration of them, you would think the hands would have disintegrated too, or just the hands. And the next question is, who the fuck went and got those? Like, All For One just in the middle of the crime scene, just, hey, yo, can I see them right quick? I need these. Yeah. You're like, what do you, okay.
Attached to his face, and explicitly commanded to be left there by his mentor so that he would never forget his rage.
Okay.
While his use of decay started off relatively weak, it rapidly increased in power and range as Shigaraki came into his own.
Decay isn't even limited to whatever he's touching. Anything that touches something he's decaying also decays.
Spreading like an all-consuming miasma that can wipe out anything from an enormous tower to an entire city.
If decay reaches you, your only hope is to isolate the body part that is disintegrating before it gets to something vital.
After years of training with the greatest supervillain of all time, Shigaraki was finally put in charge of his own team with one mission. He must kill his master's rival, the #1 hero, All Might.
Only to fall flat on his face.
Shigaraki was a terrible leader, quick-tempered, short-sighted, and, well...
Cringe! Oh, he's just so cringe. He uses gamer lingo unironically. He whines like a baby when things don't go his way. He's the kind of guy who would say normie in real life. In front of Norm.
Okay, but that's pre-evolution Shigaraki. Well, I mean, like, cause yeah, you know what I'm saying. Let's get to him after the tank. After the tank.
But they
this
say
this version of him is a big ass child.
Only through struggle could Shigaraki manifest his dark conviction.
Right as All Might's new protege, Izuku Midoriya, was coming into his own as well.
These two rivals, the inheritors of their master's blood feud, would push themselves past their own limitations.
Especially when All Might and All For One double KO'd each other, leaving Shigaraki to lead the League of Villains all by himself.
And with the stakes higher than ever before, Shigaraki stepped up. He personally battled the monstrous Gigantomachia for a month and a half straight, and conquered other villain organizations to create the Paranormal Liberation Front. Thousands of new soldiers for his personal army.
All to impress All For One's personal quack, Dr. Ujiko, who spent months upgrading Shigaraki's body to make it more like his sensei's. It might have been constant agony, but Shiggy went from Chud to Chad.
Ujiko's experimentation vastly increased Shigaraki's strength, speed.
Okay, so we getting the wholesale Shigaraki. Guys, my bets are on Shigaraki right now. I'm not gonna hold you. Now I know there are different things, like Mahito is a cursed spirit, so can Shigaraki even see him? I assume they're going to address that at some point, but let's go.
Speed and durability, enough to match and surpass even All Might's absurd power.
Sharing All Might's power between them, Deku and Bakugo were able to punch an island-sized hole in a cloud that reached 24 miles into the sky. We've calculated that before to be nearly 80 million megatons of TNT.
That's
almost
a lot
as
of
much
boom.
as the meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs.
And Shigaraki can now move fast enough that his body produces hypersonic shockwaves and can even catch laser beams.
And he's tough enough to survive Star and Stripes Intercontinental Ballistic Cruise Punch. Now the new name for my penis. Move over, Jeff.
The fuck, bro? Why? I mean, I'm trying to get into the show. You gonna throw some weird shit. Okay.
Gigantic Omega Storm.
Oh.
Anyway, it also made a blast so big it showed up against the curvature of the Earth.
Though he might seem invincible, when Shigaraki's body is pushed hard enough, he will evolve into a state of uncontrollable power.
So Decay became, oh shit, more hands.
Shigaraki can spontaneously generate flesh into existence, seemingly oceans of it in an instant.
Like, bruh. I know, like, okay, we're gonna let them get into Mahito, because we see Mahito get down when he was fighting Itadori and the others. So we're gonna see what they got. But bro, like, okay.
Whenever he wants. He can even use it as a type of armor to defend himself in close combat.
But that's nothing compared to Ujiko's greatest gift. Shigaraki wanted to be the new All For One, so what better way than the old man's quirk?
All For One's quirk, All For One, allows its user to steal and store quirks with just a touch.
And All For One has hundreds of them stored up, collected over the years.
Each quirk is connected to a memory of its user's essence in the form of a spirit, a vestige.
Kinda like a piece of their soul. They exist in this kinda psychic world in Shigaraki's body, and can even act as a spiritual defense should it be invaded.
And with those vestiges came quirks like super fast healing, air blasts, radio waves, flight, telekinesis, teleportation of others, and the ability to track foes.
He
Bro,
can
that's
even
a lot.
combine multiple quirks together, like in this big-ass electric Kamehameha.
However, any vestige stolen or destroyed will also remove that quirk from Shigaraki's repertoire. They're also sentient, and some can even fight for control.
Which is when the second shoe finally dropped. Because Shigaraki also got All For One's vestige, that means All For One was now in possession of a shiny new body that he'd spent the last 15 years molding for him to take over.
Shigaraki's entire existence was planned from the beginning. Why? Because All Might's previous mentor was Nana Shimura, Tenko's grandmother.
Oh, that's a mess with All Might. That is some next level hating right there.
He manipulated Shigaraki's entire life, all for one purpose: to create a soul so corrupted it would grind away at All Might's perfect world, allowing All For One to take full control.
But All For One's possession wasn't complete, and Shiggy managed to fight his way back to the top, literally decaying his way through vestiges in the process, all to fight his rival Deku one last time.
Despite Izuku's best efforts to save him, Shigaraki was too far gone. His spirit decayed by years of venomous hatred.
And the new symbol of hope defeated the new symbol of fear, burying All For One's grudge for good.
All that Shigaraki asked was to be remembered as the heartless destroyer he was raised to be, and not the broken, angry, crying little boy he really was deep inside.
For just that one moment, though, Shiggy got in Deku the only thing he'd been denied his whole life, the one thing his lifelong nihilistic tantrum was really all about. He got a hero who tried to save him.
Oh. Alright, that was a lot, bruh. That was a lot. I mean, if we're going off a wholesale for real Shigaraki out there, like, yeah, and obviously he's got his problems with the vestiges and them being able to like tussle around in there, but that motherfucker's OP. You know what I'm saying? His decay quirk plus all the others, like, we gonna have to see. Now, Mahito, I will say this: if Shigaraki is throwing big ass body parts at Mahito and Mahito can touch something, you know what I mean, it'd make it easier to pop something off, but I would assume that Shigaraki can just like disconnect that shit. So we gonna see what's popping with Mahito.
This battle is sponsored by Robin Hood Gold.
With Robin Hood Gold, you can now enjoy the VIP slew his brother Abel and wedded.
Whoa, what the? We on biblical times now?
Ever since Cain slew his brother Abel and wetted his fields with his blood, man's greatest fear has been his fellow man.
But what if this fear took on a life of its own?
What if all that negative emotion humans felt for one another spilled from their bodies and congealed? Forming, over time, a living being fueled by malice, which believes in nothing but the law of the jungle.
Well, then you'd have the special grade curse with a patch face, Mahito. Oh, I've had people tell me I've become a human disaster curse when I've had too many mojitos.
Mahito is one of the deadliest beings to ever afflict mankind. He's no mere mortal, though, but a cursed spirit. Innumerable spirits exist, weaker or stronger, depending on the amount of anxieties, jealousies, hates exist, weaker.
Cutting it close to shot. Wait a minute, I want to see what the grades
are.
It's
no mere mortal, though, but a cursed spirit. Innumerable spirits.
All right, easy to work with. Should be good with a pistol.
Weaker,
cutting it closer or
stronger,
even a tank might be
depending
useless.
on the amount of anxieties.
Oh, great. Oh, it didn't say special grade. Okay.
Jealousies, hatreds, and fears humans feel about them.
Like the fear of locusts, kinda weak. Or the fear of smallpox, getting stronger. Or the fear of fire. Oh, goodbye, Tokyo.
So it follows that mankind's fear of itself would be extremely powerful. Those negative emotions manifest as Mahito, a being composed of cursed energy.
It's basically like evil ki. Cursed energy can be used to make spirits way stronger, faster, and tougher than any normal human. And it's invisible, making curses like Mahito impossible for the untrained eye to see. Only a life or death situation can galvanize a normal person to see a cursed spirit.
That also makes cursed spirits virtually immune to physical damage. They may be physically present in space, but can only be harmed by attacks that embody spirit matter like cursed energy.
Now that is where I am like, okay, Shigaraki's got all this stuff, but now Mahito only has specific ways that you can hurt him. And under what circumstances is Shigaraki seeing him? Now that's what the thing is. If you're going to give me that in the analysis, I assume it's going to be what is used in the fight. And now everything that Shigaraki got is kind of cut, you know what I'm saying? Because now, like, none of that stuff's not even going to work on Mahito, and Shigaraki can't even utilize cursed energy. So now, if this is where we're going, it's really gonna be about who touches who. You know what I'm saying? But let's go.
Which makes curses insanely hard to get rid of, like ghosts, cockroaches, or my ex. That's why you need a Jujutsu sorcerer to come in and Kaizen the shit out of them. They call it exorcism, but I like the way I said it better.
Curses and sorcerers have battled each other for millennia, waging an endless war over the fate of humanity. Almost exclusively in Japan, though, for some reason.
But Mahito is special. You see, most curses are basically dumb animals, but Mahito has so much cursed energy that it gave him sentience.
So he was recruited by Kenjaku alongside other special-grade disaster curses to wreak havoc upon the world. In fact, they made Mahito their leader.
And even more frightening than intelligence and bloodlust, Mahito possessed philosophy.
Perhaps informed by the tragic meaninglessness of interhuman conflict, Mahito is an existential nihilist, believing in nothing but his own will to power. It's a dog-eat-dog world, and Mahito is the wolf.
Which also makes him kind of a goofball. If nothing matters, why not have fun with the slaughter? Really get your steps in. He loves to dig around and toy with your emotions like.
Yeah, that boy, I'm telling you, man, when Mahito was getting his, man, the love for it that I saw all over social media was crazy. They were like, yes, finally this man got smacked up. He needed that so bad.
A cartoon character before slitting your throat.
An appropriate analogy considering his curse technique, idol transfiguration.
Using his cursed energy, Mahito can control anyone's soul with just a touch, including his own. In fact, he's so good at manipulating his own soul that you can't even kill the bastard without directly targeting it.
In Jujutsu Kaisen, the soul and the body share an immutable connection. Whatever happens to the former affects the latter.
This lets Mahito squash, stretch, and shapeshift his body into literally anything he wants, like Play-Doh. He can turn his limbs into blades or clubs, grow wings like a bird or fins like a fish, reform his body around injuries, or even create clones.
Curse users are naturally unharmed by their own ability. Should he touch a human,
it's gonna be like just a big ass, like, throwing huge body pieces around. Cause yeah, you know, Mahito, he does the big, you know what I'm saying, and Shigaraki can do the big, just two big ass fleshy titans fighting in the middle of the street.
though, his alterations to their body are instantly fatal.
And since he's attacking your soul.
Okay, I know that it said the thing to their bodies is instantly fatal, but correct me if I'm wrong, but one of them little things that he transfigured into whatever the hell start asking for help, did that not happen? I don't know about the whole instantaneous, because like you exist in something else for half a second, and that is a horrible kind of existence. He turned somebody into a sword. I don't want to live like that. Okay.
Oh, those physical wounds are gonna be impossible to heal.
Even if his alteration isn't,
those physical wounds
body are instantly fatal.
And since he's attacking your soul, those physical wounds are gonna be impossible to heal.
Even if his alteration isn't directly fatal, the human body won't last more than a few moments in a transfigured state.
All that with one touch. God, I thought herpes was bad.
His powers mean Mahito treats humans as effectively disposable dolls that he can gleefully experiment on. The more casualties, the better, especially if he gets to break your spirit first and watch you suffer.
Even more twisted is when he combines two transfigured humans together for soul multiplicity, essentially a giant torrent of—
Seen that? Seen that? Because that wasn't death.
Figured humans together for soul multiplicity.
He did say moments.
Essentially.
Bro, what is this? What is that? Why you like, come, you talking? Oh no, bro. Just imagine. Just imagine you in the middle of the subway, ready to take your train wherever, and then some motherfucker with patches on his face come and slap you in yours. All of a sudden, you a sheep. There goes your day, your afternoon, your life, all of it. All of it. Okay.
A giant torrent of body horror flesh that he repels at an opponent. Ugh.
Mahito is unbelievably creative with his application of idol transfiguration, and despite being a newborn curse, consistently keeps experienced sorcerers on the back foot.
It helps that he's a quick study who's picked up a number of different curse techniques, like the Black Flash.
By applying cursed energy within 1 microsecond of an impact with an enemy, space itself will distort, exponentially amplifying its force by a factor of 2.5.
Not only does this hurt like a mother, it restores overpowers your curse technique and gets you fully in the zone.
And would require reflexes
Zoned up.
moving nearly 1,000 times the speed of sound. It's no surprise then that Mahito also unlocked the pinnacle of sorcerer techniques, the Domain Expansion.
Oh shit! More hands! A domain
More
is like a
hands.
barrier of cursed energy, but if you're caught inside, Mahito can use Idol Transfiguration instantly without even needing to touch you.
It's called the self-embodiment of perfection, the ultimate expression of Mahito's absolute control over his victim's body.
All right, now as I'm watching this, right, I had a lot to say with Shigaraki. Now I got things to say about Mahito. You feel me? The playing field is a lot more even than I originally anticipated. Not gonna lie. Only because I feel like a lot of Shigaraki's moves aren't gonna do anything because Mahito's a cursed spirit. I don't know if that's gonna be the big hinge and why it's gonna turn into just body parts smacking against each other. But yeah, I'm just curious as to how they're going to interact. But let's go.
Body and soul. The only time it ever failed was against the student sorcerer and Mahito's archenemy, Yuji Itadori.
Because not only was Yuji a barf-inducing goody little two-shoes who believed in the inalienable rights of all living things, blah, 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 he also had a curse inside of him,
The king of curses, Sukuna.
which meant Mahito's ability affected both souls in Yuji's body. Sukuna didn't like that. No surprise, and kicked Mahito's ass, forcing Patchface to fight with a handicap whenever facing his pink-haired menace.
Yuji's belief in the value of human life flew directly in the face of the world that Mahito knew to be cruel and meaningless. So he made it his mission to crush Yuji's spirit before killing him, murdering his friends, defiling their corpses, and brutally battering him before going in for the kill.
And he's got the strength to do it. Mahito's one of the most powerful curses in the world, and his growth is exponential.
Fellow disaster curse Jogo was able to summon a massive meteor capable of reducing the city of Shibuya to
Wait, side material such as Curse Clash and Phantom Parade shows that Mahito is relative to his fellow disaster curses in sparring sessions. He has also said that Jogo would die. Oh, to 5 black flashes from Yuji. Survived several from both him and Toto. Okay.
ash.
That'd take an energy of over 800 kilotons of TNT.
And Mahito can take as good as
Okay, but that's not. Wait, since I can't remember what the numbers were for the sky thing that Bakugo and Deku did. Was that higher? I think that was higher. But
he can give, especially when, in the throes of struggle against Yuji, he evolved, unlocking a vastly more powerful form, the instant body of distorted killing.
Complete with armored exoskeleton and arm blades, this was a taste of the almighty curse Mahito was growing into, a true blight on all mankind.
It wouldn't last. In a bitter battle of resolve, Yuji won out. In a dog-eat-dog world, there was now a bigger wolf.
So he tucked tail and ran away like a bitch. What do you know? Life suddenly became a whole lot more meaningful the second it looked like it was about to end.
All that gleeful nihilism, just a bitter hypocrisy in the end.
For him, maybe, but Mahito found a convert in his archenemy. After a battle that wiped out thousands of innocent people, Yuji's youthful spirit was gone. The only thing left that mattered was exorcising this curse.
In a way, that was Mahito's final victory, the destruction of another human being's soul. He may not have been around to see it, but the curse Mahito inflicted on the world would bring it to its knees.
alright, so who do we think is going to take it? I do not know. I don't know. That is a lot. Oh, shiza. Oh my god, I really can't throw a hat on either one of these guys. That was a lot. You know what? We're gonna stay with Shigaraki. I'm gonna stay with Shigaraki, mainly because even though I can't quite remember, I think the big comparison that I want to get on is the cloud thing and the meteor thing that they played reference to. And I think the cloud thing was more. Yeah, because it's an island-sized cloud versus the meteor thing. And they were talking about dinosaur shit with the cloud. So we're going to go with Shigaraki. We're going to see what happens, man. So let's lock in.
Hey, do you see that join button? Yeah, that one. That's your ticket to being a death battle champion. All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
All right, bro, let's
It's
go.
time
Let's
for
go.
a death
Oh, we ready for this.
battle!
Oh, I'm ready for this. Motherfuckers just cannot catch a train in peace. Okay, nobody just catch a train. Why is it the subway station? You just let these motherfuckers get on their train. But they can't be like Dragon Ball. Let's find an open area to fight and then go to a Snow White movie theater. Y'all seen that meme? Sorry, let's go. Open. Ooh, goddamn. Oh, my lord. That's what happened. He grew a hand on his face. Oh, because Shigaraki couldn't see it, and only in the life or death situation can you see it, and that's what pushed Shigaraki. Okay, all right, all right. What was that thing on the side of it? What the, okay, all right. So yeah, he grew a hand. He got that, and he got it. All right.
I'd heard of a powerful villain stalking these parts. My organization is going to tear this putrid world down around us. We could use a freak of your talents.
Little old me. Do I want to be king of the social rejects?
Ooh,
How about I bring him your head instead?
disrespect.
Fine by me. Let's call this your audition. Sick'em.
Okay.
Game over.
Did you actually just say that? God, how...
Yeah, that would have fucked me up right there. What the fuck did he just do? What in the Beetlejuice? Was that? What did oh my lord, God, ugh, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Now, well, you know, Shigaraki can do something similar, but the sound and everything. All right. Try to hit him with that Itadori special.
Audition over.
Did I get the part?
Decay!
Got him.
What a rush!
Yo, well, one thing, we gonna do this real quick for death battle, you feel me? Because I'm locked in, I'm vibing, I'm liking the fight, I'm liking the music, we got action, let's go. Oh, okay. Oh, super transformations.
That all you got?
Domain expansion.
All right, now this is what would have got me to give it to Mahito if I was giving it to Mahito. But like, I don't know what it is. I feel like Shigaraki could have an out for this. You know what I'm saying? So this is the moment for me when I was trying to decide who I was going for. I was thinking a lot about the domain expansion, but I was like, we still gonna, you know what I mean? So let's see.
Domain expansion. I can read your soul. You're just a scared little boy whose daddy is mean and wants to make it everyone else's problem. Grow up.
All the vestiges. All the other souls. Yeah. Hands off my man. Yo, I like how they did that. I like how they did that. That was a good one. That was good. I didn't even make that connection because, yeah, he's got the other souls in him, including All For Ones, so he would act just like Sukuna. Let's go. That was a good one. All right.
I felt your soul too. You only hate humanity because you were born that way. Totally random. I hate them for a reason. You grow up.
Let's go. Let's motherfucking go. That's what I said. What? Shigaraki, big dog on campus. Touching shit, breaking shit down. That's what we do. Hey. Let's go.
What did I say, Wiz? Like a bitch.
With their complex power sets, this match was a puzzle to figure out,
I
which is
fucking
why
bet.
we're breaking it down to 3 categories: physical stats, survivability, and their powers.
But first, let's address one thing. Could Shigaraki even see Mahito? He's an invisible curse after all.
Cursed energy and quirks are notably different, and Shigaraki wouldn't be able to see curses normally. However, even regular humans can spontaneously develop the ability to see curses in life and death scenarios. And with the Search quirk, Shigaraki would have had no problem tracking it.
So seeing Mahito wouldn't have been an issue. With that out of the way, we can jump into
Curses
the...
are invisible due to existing in different spectrum of light than what normal people can see. Extrasensory abilities like Shigaraki's that do not rely on visible light would be okay. All right.
stats.
This was no contest. Despite the disaster curses being able to destroy entire cities with their cursed energy, Shigaraki's scaling to
That
Deku
part.
and Bakugo
What did
meant
I
he was
say?
calculably
What did I
millions of
say?
times stronger.
Yes.
He was faster, too, considering he could react to light beams, while Mahito's Black Flash capped out at nearly 1,000 times the speed of sound. Nothing to scoff at, but Shiggy was thousands of times faster.
Yeah.
Shigaraki takes stats.
But survivability was a little trickier to figure out.
Yep, in terms of raw durability, Shigaraki was a lot tougher, and his ability to generate new flesh meant that he could heal any wounds he might receive super easy.
However, Mahito is a curse and is immune to the kind of overwhelming physical damage Shigaraki could dish out. Not only that,
what I was
Mahito's
thinking for
regenerative
him.
ability
Yeah.
via idle transfiguration meant that he'd come back from anything short of spiritual damage.
Considering Mahito's unique curse body, he should actually get the edge in survivability.
Which presents a crucial question. Could Shigaraki even kill a curse like Mahito in the first place?
Or would Mahito's unkillability give him the time he needed to eventually put Shiggy down with idle transfiguration?
It all comes down to their powers.
Shigaraki had a lot more variety with all of the crazy quirks All For One had collected over all the years, but none that we know of could properly kill a curse. That didn't mean idle transfiguration was a surefire bet either, though.
Of all things, Shigaraki's vestiges
Shigaraki survived multiple one-for-all transfer attacks from Deku, which directly attack. Shigaraki survived multiple one-for-all transfer attacks from Deku, which directly attack the soul and reflect identical damage on the body. Just like Idle Transfiguration, his body evolved to counter these points. Okay.
served as a spiritual shield from the effects of idle transfiguration. The fact that Mahito could not avoid targeting Sukuna while attacking Yuji meant that he couldn't target specific souls inside a person.
And Shiggy has hundreds of soul-like entities inside of him. Sure, each one down means he loses a quirk, but that's more than enough time to land a single hit with Decay, especially considering how much faster Shiggy is.
And Mahito has no way to defend against Shigaraki's pride.
Hold on, I want to read these. Even if Shigaraki could not target spiritual matter, Nanami states that a curse like Mahito would still die after expending all of their curse energy. Given Shigaraki's massive physical advantages, arsenal's abilities, proof 45 days stamina, he easily wins his. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Once Mahito doesn't have anything left to throw at homie, it's raps. While Shigaraki just
primary quirk. Decay has affected spiritual beings in the past. Again, vestiges. In fact, he was able to damage Deku's vestige and have that damage transferred to the Deku in the real world.
Mahito may be made of spirit energy, but he still has a physical form. In fact, sorcerers that couldn't naturally target the soul were able to fight him on even footing. No reason to think Shiggy wouldn't decay him like everyone else.
Giving Shigaraki the third and final edge. It was a unique duel to the death, but Shigaraki's overwhelming might, unstoppable powers, and deadly decay spelled the end for the disaster curse.
Nothing else to say. You really gotta hand it to Shigaraki.
The winner is Tomura Shigaraki.
Next time
what
on
we got
Death
next?
Battle.
That was a good one. What we got next? What was that? Doom? Versus Master Chief versus Doomslayer? Hey, alright, yo. That was dope. I'm gonna watch that dope. Here, yes. So Shigaraki took it, you know what I'm saying? We held on the hours, you know what I'm saying? There was some wavering, we didn't know, but we held on the hours. I told y'all that the Sky event and the Meteor event were gonna come back into play. But yeah, man, definitely want to see Master Chief versus Doomslayer. I know more about Master Chief than I do about Doomslayer. I virtually know nothing about Doomslayer. But they're gonna give you the analysis and stuff, so that's gonna be a good one to watch. But yeah, nah, this was good. I trust these stats, you feel me? Unlike, you know, Omni-Man versus Bardock. But this one was good, and we like that. That's the take. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, follow me on all that there social media, and I'll catch y'all next one, fam. Peace.